Medal of Honor was one of the first franchises I ever played, guys, on the original Xbox. I played Medal of Honor Rising Sun, and I gotta say, I enjoyed it for what it was back then, guys. It wasn't like the greatest game I've ever played, or at that time it wasn't the best game ever, but I really enjoyed the concepts that were in it, and as Medal of Honor kind of progressed over the years, I really enjoyed it, and I felt like it was one of those titles that had a lot of untapped potential as to, this could have been something really special moving forward that really could have competed with the likes of Call of Duty and Battlefield, but it just kind of went into this limbo state, this area where we didn't know what the future was going to hold. Well, the newest title, called Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, is going to be coming out, guys, relatively soon this year, unless it ends up being delayed or something, which we'll get to here shortly. But I gotta say, I'm excited about it. The only unfortunate part of it is that it's a VR title, and that is something that I love VR, but I don't want it to just be VR. I want to be able to play it on consoles, be able to play it on PC. So it's one of those ordeals where it's kind of great that it's coming back, but at the same time, you got to put a little bit of an asterisk next to it because of how we're going to be able to play it moving forward. So I want to talk about it, guys, in an article written by Jeremy Peel of Games Radar. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond brings the Western Front to Oculus Rift, where anything you pick up can be used as a weapon. We've been here before, in the back of a landing craft rocked violently by artillery shells rammed foot to foot with frightened fellow soldiers. This time, though, as we look down to jam a clip into our Thompson, we notice a new detail, a hand shaking uncontrollably. The first ever FPS series to make us feel vulnerable is back, and in VR, it looks more terrifying than ever. Medal of Honor was invented for kids. There aren't many first-person shooter franchises you can say that about, and it's not necessarily the origin story you'd expect for a series which has, at times, been harrowing in its depiction of the struggle. But that's what Steven Spielberg intended when he brought Medal of Honor to his very own game studio, DreamWorks Interactive. He came back from shooting Private Ryan and was like, I just made this R-rated movie. It's very violent and bloody. Kids aren't going to be able to see it, recalls Peter Hirschman. He remembered a time when popular culture was filled with stories of World War II. There were shows on TV. There were many more veterans from the war. He lamented that kids were growing up not learning these stories, and he knew that the entertainment platform of the future was not movies. It was games. And that's very true. Now, if you wanted to reach kids in the late 90s, you made games for the PlayStation, but that was a problem for DreamWorks until then. First-person shooters had been the sole preserve of PC developers. In order to put out Medal of Honor, the team had to grapple with the brand new dual analog controller. And as far as the change in command here, guys, Medal of Honor went on to achieve greatness in Allied Assault, lighting the flare for Call of Duty to follow. Then most of the early talent moved on, Hirschman to LucasArts, Vin Zampella, and the Allied Assault team to Infinity Ward, and Medal of Honor struggled to reassert itself alongside Call of Duty. Today, though, Hirschman is back at the head of a Medal of Honor team under the auspices of Zampella's Respawn Entertainment. He's back in the fertile field of hardware experimentation that produced Medal of Honor's first success. It's not analog sticks he's wrestling with anymore, but another unconquered technology, VR. When we got together with Oculus for the first time, I remember saying, all right, where's the big binder of best practices for VR? And there isn't one, Hirschman says. Nobody knows anything. It was such a scary and liberating thing. In the 3 years since then, VR has become a little less of a hinterland. Half-Life Alyx in particular was a landmark moment for the medium, but it's worth remembering that developers have come to their own solutions independently. Now look, Half-Life Alyx, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Fantastic experience. But what a travesty that it was not on, consoles as well as PC. I will not understand that, guys. Maybe one day it will, but this is my issue with VR, is if you're going to do exclusives on VR, they should not be massive IPs. They just should not. And if they are really big IPs like Half-Life and Medal of Honor, they should also be available on PC and Xbox and PlayStation, Nintendo Switch and such. There is no reason that they should not have that. I understand that the experience on VR may be better, but you're really limiting yourself when, not everybody has an Oculus. Not everybody has, the Valve Index or whatever it's called. Not everyone has those things. And so I understand that there's this idea that they are going to push more sales for VR. I don't think it's really there yet, though. VR is not there yet. Not everyone has a VR headset. The day that the consoles decide to sell a VR headset with the console, like for example, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, if we get an Oculus Rift with it when we purchase it, or with the Xbox Series X, we get a brand new VR headset with it, then it justifies it because everyone's going to have access to them at that point. But we're not there yet. And so Half-Life Alyx, I was very critical that it was only going to be on, VR. I'm going to be very critical about Medal of Honor being on VR as well because I think it's a travesty that you're limiting the amount of people that are going to play the game because you're going to only put it on, VR. It's bad enough when games are only exclusive to one console or another, but at least, it's kind of everyone out there has a console pretty much. All of us gamers have one of the consoles or multiple consoles like I do. But VR, I just don't think it's there yet. There's not enough games yet that make it really a solid buy to justify buying a VR headset at this point. Almost any gun in Above and Beyond can be fired one-handed, but bring up a second hand and it locks in, granting you a new axis of rotation and a stability buff under the hood. Throwing a grenade is a physical act, Hirschman says. It becomes a very skill-based activity. Now, as I said, guys, Medal of Honor was one of those titles that maybe, Respawn Entertainment and these guys over there felt that, look, we're not going to compete against COD. It's not really going to be able to happen. We're not going to be able to compete against Battlefield, Apex, Titanfall, all these titles. We're not really going to be able to thrust ourselves back into the conversation of one of the best FPSs when it comes to consoles. That's the one reason why I think that they decided to go with VR, because it was different. We haven't gotten a Call of Duty VR. We haven't gotten, Battlefield doing that. But they wanted to kind of take this title that's kind of just been in a dormant stage and decided to bring it back to life and throw it out there for all of us in a VR form, which, like I said, guys, it's a travesty, but I understand. If you were to tell me that you're not going to get a Medal of Honor in the traditional sense, the only way you're going to get another Medal of Honor is based on the VR side of things, then okay, fine. I probably won't end up playing it. Maybe I will, but for many people, I know that they're not going to get a chance to play it because it's only on VR. There's an aspect of Medal of Honor that often gets forgotten in the aftermath of Call of Duty. Yes, the original games establish a tone of reverence and mourning for the wartime experience of Allied soldiers, rooted in Saving Private Ryan and the recollections of Spielberg's veteran consultants. But Medal of Honor's influences go back further, to the behind enemy lines and POW dramas of the 60s and 70s. Hirschman tells me there was an unused music track for the original game titled Colditz Castle. Above and Beyond taps into that pulpy history of escape attempts and daring do, casting you as an OSS agent and bringing back the disguise mechanics of the 90s games. A lot of the gameplay is about sneaking, sabotage, or stealing something, Hirschman says. We have a really fun mission built around search and rescue. Anything that you pick up can be used as a weapon, he says. Books, pieces of art. There's a line in the trailer where the sergeant says, "We're going to have to improvise, Lieutenant." That's a very meta line because motion control VR, it's all improvised. In short, VR has made Above and Beyond unpredictable. When's the last time you could say that about a Medal of Honor game? And I agree with that. I mean, honestly, guys, I agree with that. Like, when's the last time that, I could say, it was not, unpredictable? It's been a while, right? And I gotta say, I'm excited for those of you who love Medal of Honor. Very excited for you. Like I said, my issue is with the fact that not everyone's going to be able to play it because you're going to have to buy a VR headset if you want to play it, similar to that of Half-Life Alyx and games of that sort. And that's very, very unfortunate. I mean, it's very unfortunate. However, could it still be a good game? Oh, yeah. I mean, I have no doubts in my mind. I definitely trust Respawn. I trust this team over there to do a pretty good job with this title. I think it's going to be different. It's going to kind of, bring us into this, first-person shooter, which obviously Half-Life Alyx gave us that taste, but this could even kind of go even further with that. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for people to be able to experience it. I just, once again, am very, I'm saddened that they decided to take this title and make it just a VR experience. But hey guys, maybe I'm wrong. And if I am, let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for Medal of Honor Above and Beyond? Are you going to get the VR headset if you don't already have one to play this game? Do you already have one? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And for more Medal of Honor content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.